I cannot believe the amount of time I spent writing up bug tickets when I was a product manager. Now that I have a system that fully automates the process of going from a video recording the bug to a ticket that provides all the elements and possible solutions to hand over to my development team. Let me show how it works. So I have a Kanban board, which is like the standard Kanban board you would be using within a product team. So here, in my case, it is inside Notion. And I have a list of bugs with a description, and very importantly, an expected behavior, an actual behavior, and some reproduction steps. And in some cases, some root cause analysis, and if possible, options of various solutions to solve the bug. What I do when I try to bubble up a bug is to actually provide a video recording of that bug. So that's actually what I did. So I'm going to play this video that actually explains what the bug is all about. So it's a bug that is actually currently in prod on Vibe Coding Academy. So you might be able to actually reproduce it if the bug is not fixed by the time you see that video. All right, so here's the bug that I wanted to show. So when I jump to the Claude Code course and I open up like any lessons from the Claude Code course, let's say I want to mark one lesson as completed. Well, I mark it as completed, it changes state like very temporarily, and then it gets back to the original state. Also, let's say that I want to add it to the watch list. It has the exact same behavior. And if we get back actually to the dashboard, we can see that actually the lesson has not been added to the watch list, and the series that I started when marking the lesson as completed was not added as well. So, all right, so you get the gist of it. At the end of the video, I properly explain what should be the expected behavior. And let's now show you how I'm going to be able to automate this process. So let's actually jump to Claude Code. Before that, we need to actually initiate the download process of the Tella video, and we also need to copy the link. So I'm going to actually use Claude Code in dangerously skip permission mode. No risk here, and I know how the custom comment works, so no problem about that. And I have actually a generate bug ticket custom command from Claude Code that can take as input a Tella URL. So actually, before hitting that custom command, let me just check that the MCP from Tella does work. And it's connected, so it should be all right. So as you understood, we are going to leverage Tella's MCP. So if I didn't mention, Tella is the tool that I use for recording videos. It's a bit of a Loom competitor, if we can describe it that way. And let's now hit that custom command here. And while it's actually performing these tasks, let's just let me show you more precisely how it works. Okay, so you can see that the MCP requires authentication again, which is not a problem. Okay, so it's an authentication via OAuth. So let's do it here, allow access. Okay, so authentication is complete. Let's continue. All right, let's just verify that it starts perfectly. Okay, so it's going to take some time to find the video and then extract the various data. Let me show in the meantime how that works. So we have recorded that video here from Tella to describe the bug, and we actually used a custom command called generate bug ticket. How does that work? It takes as input the URL of a Tella video that is going to be sent to a sub-agent called Tella-video-extractor, whose role is actually to leverage Tella's MCP to retrieve the transcript, the CDN where to locate the MP4 file, and also transform the MP4 file into frames. So obviously the transcript will be very interesting to write up, obviously context about the tickets, but it's even better if you are able to actually provide frames to the agent so that they have even more context about the components in questions, the pages where the bug can be located. Basically, more information than only like providing the transcript, and that's actually what this sub-agent does. Then once it has done that, these output from the first sub-agent are going to be used as input to another sub-agent whose role is to write up a bug ticket. So that's an agent that basically knows what is the format of a bug ticket, and based on the input that it's given, it's going to actually write up the ticket. And once it has write up the ticket, the ultimate task is to actually add the ticket inside Notion in the Notion DB using obviously Notion's MCP. So that's actually the gist of it. So it's an orchestration of sub-agents by a custom command that also can interact with various MCP. All right, so it seems to actually be creating the Notion bug tickets. So let's just have a look at it. All right. And here we go. So the ticket has been created. So you can see that we have a description. So when a user marks a lesson as completed or adds it to their watch list in the Claude Code course, the button state changes momentarily, but then reverts to the original state, etc., etc. The neat thing is that the video is actually added to the ticket, which is really, really handy. Again, if we want to hand it over to a developer. And then we have even some key timestamps from the video, the expected behavior, the actual behavior, a root cause analysis with like more technical elements about where the bug is located, and some various ideas, from some various options of solutions that could be implemented. So that's really, really useful. And you know what? Let's actually make it even better by actually adding a new step, which would be the step of solving the bug. All right, so what we're going to do is that we're going to add a third sub-agent that is going to be chained to the already two existing sub-agents to actually solve the bug here. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. So we're going to add actually a new agent. So let me copy paste here. We are going to call it bug ticket solver. Okay, and let's actually add it to our existing system. So it's going to take as input obviously the ticket, and as output it should actually solve the bug here. So let's actually move out from the session, and let's actually create a new agent. So you probably know how to do that. All right. So I'm going to use Whisperflow for this. All right. So can you create a bug-ticket-solver sub-agent whose role is to take as input a ticket inside the following Notion DB? And here I'm going to actually be precise and provide the DB that is where the bug are actually located. So let me just copy actually the transcript that was lost. All right, so you can create a, okay, perfect. Then what you should do is you should obviously read that ticket, and the first step would be to find out what are the possible solutions that are suggested. So there might be only one, or there might be several options. The first thing that I want you to do is to first ask me which option I would like to opt for. I would like you to add your input, maximizing the time, the solving time, and once you have spotted the solution you want to implement, then you should actually fix the bug right away. You should not push it as a pull request for now. What I want you to do is ask for my input so that I can QA it and then push it ultimately to via a pull request. Okay. All right, so the agent has been created. So it has been actually added to the list of agents that I have. So you see I have a few of those here. And it's here, actually, the bug ticket solver. So now let's actually update the custom command so that it now leverages at the end of the workflow this new agent, okay? So can you update generate bug ticket in such a way that after finalizing the addition of the ticket inside Notion, you should ask the user, do you want me to solve the bug or not? And if yes, you should then leverage bug ticket solver, which is basically an agent that will take as input the content of the ticket and provide the solution to the bug that is described there. Please don't push to production. The agent has the instruction to actually ask for the user to perform the QA before commenting and pushing to prod. Right, so that way I'm just making sure that we have guardrails that will make sure that we can use in dangerously skip permission mode Claude Code without like impacting production and pushing code that has not been actually validated. Right, so it seems like the custom command has been correctly updated and it understood perfectly to launch the new agent. Okay, so let's actually try this out. So what I did is I actually deleted the Notion ticket so that we can rerun the entire workflow. Let's actually start a new session here. Again, we are going to use a dangerously skip permission one. And let's validate that Tella is authenticated. That's not the case. There seems to actually be a bug on Tella's side because normally I shouldn't have to be able to like re-authenticate each time, but that's okay. And yeah, and let's just generate the up and let's actually download because we need to have a download process in place. And then let's copy the link of the ticket. So obviously, as you can see, the custom command is still named generate bug ticket. Obviously, we would need to rename it to make sure that it's relevant, or we should actually add another custom command that is dedicated to actually really solving the bug. All right, so the bug has been analyzed and the Notion ticket has been created. So let me open it up. And yeah, with no surprise, the ticket has been created like I showed you a few moments ago. And now it also asks me whether I want to solve this bug or not. And I'm going to say yes. And now it should go on and solve the bug now. And as you can see, it retrieves correctly the various options. So there are two actually here. And it's actually recommending me the first option, okay? So I'm actually going for it. And let's see if it correctly manages to solve the bug. All right, so the fix has been completed. I have run like I've started like the local environment for my app on localhost. And if I click on the add watch list button, you can see that actually it's been added to the dashboard here, as we're going to see here. It's a bit slower on local environment, but that's all good. All right, so bug is fixed. It basically all started from a video describing the bug. Obviously, this kind of workflows does specifically work when you evolve within a product team with various product builders, where there are some prioritization required, there are some processes to follow with tickets inside a Kanban board, and various steps to follow. But I think it can be a time saver for everyone in the team, also providing more context than if these tickets were analyzed manually. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share in the comments if you believe this kind of workflow could be feasible for your team, or if you have implemented these kind of workflows for automating the bug handling process. I'll see you in the next one.